In this video, let's discuss about Newton's third law of motion. So first law and second law we have already discussed. If you want to go through it, just pause the video, go to our previous videos and just have a look. So in third law of motion states for every action there must be an equal and opposite reaction. So when a body exerts a force on another body, the first body experiences a force which is equal in magnitude in the opposite direction of the force which is exerted. These forces are known as action and reaction pair. So if body A exerts some force F on body B, so body B will also exert the same equivalent force on body A, F. So but in opposite direction. So we can say F of AB is equal to minus of F of AB. So for example, Newton's third law of motion allows the walking of a person. So walking of a person is based on Newton's third law of motion. How a person is able to walk. During walking, a person tries to push the ground downwards, tries to push the floor downwards. So the floor also applies equivalent force towards the person, but in opposite direction. So if the person pushes the floor downwards, the floor will apply some force upwards. So due to which the person is able to walk. Next example is recoil of a gun. When a gun fires a bullet, so gun applies some force on the bullet. Similarly, in the same way, bullet also applies some force on the gun. This results in the gunman feeling a backward push from the butt of the gun. So this gives a backward push to the gunman. So next is propulsion of a boat in forward direction. How a boat is able to float on water in forward direction. So this is because the sailor pushes the water with oar in backward direction, resulting water pushes the oar in forward direction, and consequently the boat is pushed in forward direction. Force applied by oar and water are of equal magnitude but in opposite direction. So whenever a person applies some force using the oar, so the person while sitting in a boat applies some force with the oar in opposite direction. Similarly, the water also applies some force on the boat in forward direction, due to which the boat is able to move forward. We can take an example of this boy also. This boy, what is he doing? He's jumping from this boat towards this floor. So he is applying some force in backward direction. Similarly, this boat will also apply some force in forward direction, due to which he will be able to reach on this floor. So for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. You can take an example of propulsion of a fish also. A fish makes use of its fin to push water backwards. Water also exerts force on the fish in forward direction with equal magnitude, which serves a push to accelerate the fish forward. Next, you can take an example of flight of a bird. So a bird using its wings pushes the air downwards. Similarly, the air also pushes the bird upwards. So for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. A swimmer pushes against the water while the water pushes back on the swimmer. So the swimmer is able to swim in forward direction. So these are the applications of this action reaction law. So Newton's third law of motion is applied here in these examples. Even a lift is created by helicopters by pushing the air down, thereby creating an upward reaction force. Whenever a helicopter creates lift, so this lift is created by pushing the air downwards with the help of wings. Similarly, the air also creates some upward reaction force, due to which the helicopter is able to lift itself. Rock climbers pulls their vertical rope downwards so as to push themselves upwards. So these are all the applications of Newton's third law of motion. So we have studied Newton's third law of motion using these applications, with the help of these applications. So these are practical applications of Newton's third law of motion. Even here the diagram is there. When a gunman fires a bullet, So bullet moves in forward direction, the gun applies force in forward direction, whereas the bullet applies some force on the gun in backward direction, due to which there is some recoil force on the gun. So next, let's talk about conservation of momentum. So law of conservation of momentum. So the sum of momenta of two objects before collision and the sum of momenta of two objects after collision are equal. So momentum before collision, momentum is mass into velocity. So momentum of an object before collision is equal to momentum of the object after collision. So suppose there are two objects A and B are moving along a straight line in the same direction and velocity of A is greater than velocity of B. So let the initial velocity of A is u1 and the initial velocity of B is u2. So if their initial velocities are u1 and u2 and mass of A is m1, mass of B is m2. So if both objects collide after some time and the collision lasts for t seconds, so let the collision last for t seconds and let the velocity of A after collision becomes v1. So after colliding, let the velocities be v1 and v2. So momentum is equal to mass into velocity. So momentum of object A before collision will be mass into velocity, so m1 multiplied by u1. Similarly, momentum of B before collision will be m2 multiplied by u2. So momentum of A after collision, m1 v1, because after collision the velocity will be v1. So momentum of B after collision will be m2 v2. So rate of change of momentum, we all know rate of change of momentum is equal to mass multiplied by rate of change in velocity. So rate of change in velocity is equal to change in velocity upon time. This we have already studied in second law of motion. So rate of change of momentum is equal to mass multiplied by change in velocity upon time. So rate of change of momentum of A before collision, f of AB will be equal to m1 v1 minus u1 upon t. Similarly, rate of change of momentum of B during collision will be fba is equal to m2 v2 minus u2 upon t. So according to Newton's third law of motion, action of an object A will be equal to the reaction of object B, so in opposite direction. So f of AB will be equal to f of minus BA. So similarly, m1 putting the values, so m1 v1 minus u1 upon t is equal to minus of m2 v2 minus u2 upon t. So t to t get cancelled. So m1 v1 minus m1 u1 is equal to minus m2 v2 plus m2 u2. Why we have taken minus sign here? Because the force will be in opposite direction. The equal force will be there but in opposite direction. So m1 v1 on rearrangement, it will become m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2, or we can say m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2, which is the momentum of two objects before collision and this is the momentum of two objects after collision. So hence from this we can say the momentum is always conserved. The momenta of two objects before collision will be equal to the momenta of objects after collision. So next let's talk about practical applications of conservation of momentum. So when bullet is fired from a gun, the gun recoils in opposite direction of bullet. The momentum of bullet is equal to the momentum of gun since bullet has very small mass as compared to gun. Hence velocity of bullet is very high as compared to recoil of gun. See, we have one bullet and one gun. So mass of gun will be much more greater than mass of bullet. So we all know that the momentum will always be conserved. So initial momentum will be equal to final momentum. So initial momentum, initially the gun is at rest, bullet is also at rest. So initial momentum will be 0. But as the gun is fired, so initial momentum will be equal to final momentum. So momentum of gun will be equal to momentum of bullet but in opposite direction. So mass of gun is much more greater than mass of bullet. So to make it equal, velocity of bullet will be much more greater than velocity of recoil velocity of gun. So this is why bullet goes straight in forward direction with high velocity as compared to the gun. So similarly in the game of snooker, when a ball is hit by a stick, the conservation of momentum is applied. So whenever a ball is hit by a stick, the stick stops after some time, or a ball strikes another ball, so the previous ball stops after certain time, but the ball which is hit by that previous ball moves to some particular distance. So similarly, when a mouth of an inflated balloon is let open, it starts flying because of conservation of momentum. When the coin of carom board are hit by a striker, the law of conservation of momentum is applied. So when one coin is striked by the striker, so the striker stops after a certain distance and the coin starts moving. So this is how the law of conservation of momentum is applied. So thank you all. So in the next video we will discuss about solved examples and in-text questions and exercise questions. So hope to see you there. Bye bye.